Dear learners, I have the privilege of introducing Professor Ravindra Kumar as the presenter of this special session. This session has been captioned Being a Learner at IMT Center for Distance Learning, What Does It Mean and How Does It Work? The presenter has enormous experience of ODL systems, as will be evident as you listen to him. I inform you that this presentation is organized in 3 segments: why Imt Cdl, distance learning and its working at Imt Cdl, and what do you actually gain at Imt Cdl. I hand over this session to Professor Ravindra Kumar.
I welcome learners to this presentation. I have to decide where or how do I begin. Do I begin from simple to complex, or I follow a trajectory from concrete to abstract, or even basic to advanced, say with some unlearning, or I begin by imparting instructions on logistics or territorial mapping? Quite many alternatives and possibilities. Well, I ignore all this and I start by asking you to set an ambition. You are all learners at Imt Cdl. Set your ambition high and free. When you joined Imt Cdl, each one of you wanted to achieve something. You set your eyes on a cherished destination. You have always desired to track a defined career profile, a career in management studies. You have all enrolled at Imt Cdl. You are all studying with us for a program. If I say that your enrolling at Imt Cdl has been a momentous occasion, it will not be a hackneyed or cliched persuasion. There are hard and compact reasons for it. There is a coherent reason for saying so. There is a distinctive deductive logic for it, for your being a student at Imt Cdl. Let me explain that to you. Imt Cdl, which is Institute of Management Technology Center for Distance Learning, is one of the oldest academic institutions offering postgraduate management program. And this postgraduate management program is being offered in the open and distance learning mode, which is our peculiarity, our specialty. Open and distance learning program is commonly known as ODL. That is the acronym we generally use for open and distance learning programs. Do you know that to date we have taught more than 1 million students worldwide? Is that not a big figure, a large number? Every year, thousands of students from all walks of life enroll with the Imt Cdl. We run our admission program in 2 cycles, two different cycles. You are all familiar with it. One cycle begins in the month of January, the other cycle begins in the month of July. So collectively in the 2 cycles, we enroll several thousands of students. Actually, our intake capacity at this point of time is in the range of 10,000. And each one of our students, each one, and so are you are included in this each one. Each one of our students has a story to tell on how open and distance learning at Imt Cdl has changed their lives. After listening to me, you will also have a similar story. Therefore, listen to me with a small amount of attention. Our studies take place online. These online studies enable you to study whenever and wherever you wish. This is an important thing. Whenever and wherever you wish. The institute that comes to you at your doorstep, Imt Cdl comes to you at your doorstep. You are not required to be traveling any distance to access Imt Cdl. You realize you are not traveling any distance. We are offering our education at your doorstep. You don't have to walk up to it. We have pioneered this mode of distance learning for nearly 40 years. We have brought our institute to you wherever you are. Institute reaches you wherever you are, at your location. So you can fit study around your life with expert faculty support every step of the way. In fact, our students rate us in the range of 80% plus for overall student satisfaction. What does it mean? It means that when it comes to realizing your ambition, you could not be in better hands. You could not be in better hands. That is why I began by saying, set your ambition and set it high and free. Set your ambition and set it high and free at Imt Cdl. In reality, your ambition is our mission. It will make things sharp and remove any haze whatsoever as I read to you the essence of the call. Your ambition is our mission. Our mission is to be open to people, to be open to people, to be open to places, to be open to methods and ideas, to be open to people, places, methods and ideas. Our mission is equality, promotion of equality and diversity. These two principles are at the heart of everything that we do. Our mission is continued dedication to social justice and equality of opportunity. This is embodied in our academic programs, you will realize, and also in the learning materials. If you read our learning materials carefully, and if you have a closer look at the academic programs that we offer, you will realize that we are continuously dedicating both of these to social justice and equality of opportunity. These are the hallmark features of our learning program and our learning material. We nurse the vision of a fair and just society. So it's not only that we offer a postgraduate diploma program at Imt Cdl, we also provide you with the vision of a fair and just society. So when you get out of this learning institution, you go out as a better student with nursing the vision of a fair and just society. We are committed. We are committed to creating an inclusive institute community. This is very important. I repeat, we are committed to creating an inclusive learning institute community where people are treated with dignity and respect. Our learners are treated with dignity and respect, and inequalities are challenged. And these inequalities in the case of the Distance Learning Institute are fairly big and wide. We continuously challenge these inequalities. We anticipate, yes, we anticipate, and we respond positively. When we anticipate, we respond positively to different needs and circumstances of our learning community. Please appreciate, unlike a brick and mortar institute, at the open and distance learning centers like Imt Cdl, there is a great diversity of our learner community. And in this diversity, there are different needs and different circumstances. People come from a variety of different circumstances to join as Imt Cdl learner, Imt Cdl student. We anticipate this diversity and we respond positively to this diversity so that everyone can achieve their potential. That is our ambition. So that every one of you, every single student enrolled at Imt Cdl should be able to achieve her or his potential. That is our ambition. That is our mission. That is why we say with confidence, your ambition is our mission. Our equality and diversity principles, I repeat, equality and diversity principles are our foundational doctrines. Equality and diversity principles are our foundational doctrines. Thousands of our students constitute this diversity. Thousands of our students, they constitute this diversity. We value diversity. Yes, we value diversity. And we recognize that different people bring different perspectives. we have a varied learning community. We know that this learning community brings different perspectives. You will realize as a learner at Imt Cdl, enrolled at Imt Cdl, you will realize that you also bring a perspective, and we value your perspective. We value your ideas. We value the ideas of every single learner enrolled at Imt Cdl. We know that they come from different knowledge backgrounds and culture backgrounds, and that this difference brings great strength to us. We are not disturbed at this difference. We are not disturbed at this diversity. In fact, this diversity is a challenge to us, and we provide opportunities, equitable opportunities and equitable learner opportunities to all our students who come from different and diverse backgrounds. Therefore, what we do at Imt Cdl is to devise specific instructional strategies and inject in our study material matters which address the principle of diversity and which address the principle of difference. This is a very important feature which many institutions offering open and distance learning in a country do not have. Therefore, when you read our study material and when you attend our open and learning sessions organized by the faculty at different points of time, you already get a schedule for the open and learning sessions, and you also get a schedule for the different faculty that organize it. Pay great attention. How do they address this diversity? They do not treat our students as a homogeneous community. In fact, our students are not a homogeneous community. Our students come from diverse backgrounds, and therefore it is a big challenge for our faculty in addressing the open and learning sessions. By different subjects, you have all the different papers. In addressing these open and learning sessions, it is a big challenge for our faculty to address this diversity. Therefore, they cannot pitch their lectures, their talks, their organized PPTs. They cannot pitch it at a specified level of our learning community. They have to pitch it at all the different diverse levels from where the community comes to us, from where the learner comes to us. And this is a great challenge. It's not an easy thing to do. Our faculty is especially trained into it. When we prepare a learning material, we take great care in addressing our learning material to a diversity of our students, to a variety of our students. Not everyone, we realize, will be able to understand or learn from the study material if we pitch it homogeneously at a specific level A or a specific level B. Therefore, in devising our learning material, we take great care in injecting special devices. At some other point of time, I will discuss with you at length the creation of learning material. How do we create it? What are all the efforts and devices that go into it? It's a very scientific exercise, very scientific exercise. After obtaining an experience of about 50 years of the practice of open and distance learning system in a country, we have now come at a stage to be able to address this diversity in our learning material. Therefore, learning material is a very, very special commodity. And I wish all of you appreciate that this learning material which we have prepared ourselves and which is now available to first year students, and thereafter it will be available to the subsequent year students, has been very specially designed. It has been designed keeping in view the differences, the diversities and the geographical disparities in which our students are located. So that is an important matter, and I want you to appreciate that in our mission in addressing the learner community, we are careful that we do not miss out on this diversity. We especially create a study material, strategize this study material so as to address this diversity. We believe, and this is an important statement, we believe that individual characteristics and circumstances, individual characteristics and individual circumstances of our learner community. And what are these individual characteristics and circumstances? Age. Not everybody is in the age group of 20 to 25. Our learning community has a big diversity in their age groups. Do you know that there are some students who are in the age group of 60 plus? So quite a number of our students come from different age groups. They come from different circumstances. They come from different caring and dependency responsibilities. You will appreciate, if each one of you look at yourself, you will appreciate that this caring and dependency responsibility is a very important feature, There are gender disparities. There are gender identity issues. There are marriage and civil partnership issues among our learners. There are issues that relate to political opinion. We respect all kinds of political opinion. There are pregnancy and maternity issues among our learners. There are caste issues. There are ethnic origin issues among our learners. That is why I say we are not a homogeneous community. Our learners are not a homogeneous community. There are religious and belief issues among our learners. Socio-economic background, great diversity in the socio-economic background, and there are other distinctions. And all of these diversity principles provide the rationale for our doorstep education and the logic of self-fulfillment that we try to achieve through our learning material. We recognize that patterns of underrepresentation and differences in outcomes, yes, and patterns of underrepresentation in the diverse learning community at the Imt Cdl can be challenged through positive action programs, and that is a USP at Imt Cdl. Positive action program through our learning methods, through our study material, through our open and learning sessions, even through the use of a specific technology in addressing the issues of our learners. We also respect the rights of individuals, including the right to hold different views and beliefs. We will not show these differences to be manifested in a way that is hostile or degrading to you or degrading to this diversity. And lastly, in this segment, we expect commitment and involvement from all our staff. We expect commitment and involvement of all our learning community, all our students, and that is why I am addressing this presentation to you. We expect commitment. We expect this commitment among the providers of goods and services at Imt Cdl, and collectively we work towards achieving our vision of a diversified, addressing the issues of a diversified society. Now I come to another important feature of Imt Cdl learning strategy. We provide you with life enhancing learning, and that is a distinguishing feature of Imt Cdl. Unlike brick and mortar institutes, where the learning issues are generally located in specific directions for a particular period of time, at Imt Cdl we provide you with life enhancing learning. This life enhancing learning has several very significant features. There are as many reasons for learning with us as there are Imt Cdl students. So a large number of such issues come up when you become a learner at Imt Cdl. I discussed with you some of these issues, which you will appreciate. By being a learner or being a learner at Imt Cdl, these are the specificities with which we deal and with which you deal with us every day. Foremost is the improvement in a career. Many large number of our students, they join us for making an improvement in their career. Imt Cdl provides you with a degree which is respected everywhere, and this is an inspiring, challenging and rewarding experience. It is challenging also. As a student, some of you may be in the second year, some of you may be in the second semester, some of you may be in the third or fourth semester. You will realize that it is a challenging situation. It's not a cakewalk, because the learning material has been specially devised to address issues, and they occasionally challenge you in taking to them very seriously. You do not find this elsewhere. Imt Cdl qualification will have an impact on your workplace and take you to the next level of your present career. This is improvement in career. Whether you are keen to improve or transform your career, or study with us for some other reason, Cdl is the institute for you, for sure. Second reason is transformation in your career. Improvement in your career, now transformation in your career, and this is equally important. Often students come to us in order to transform their careers completely, as well as studying with us to improve existing careers. A qualification with the Imt Cdl can serve as your bridge to a completely new working life. A large number of students came from background X, and after doing their courses here, they decided to shift to a completely new job profile. This is transformation in your career. There are career prospects also. Our courses are specially designed to address the issue of career prospects. Imt Cdl qualification offers outstanding career prospects. Whether you are studying with us in order to improve or transform your career, or maybe in some cases you want to return to academia, there are many students who left out at regular studies because of their special circumstances at some point of time in their life. Now they want to return to academia, and they have taken to Imt Cdl courses. So whether you want to return to academia or pursue an interest, or in some cases even change the world, you want to change the world and you want to learn our courses, and you want to make a significant contribution in the society, your qualification is sure to be appealing to employers, and that is the advantage of being a student at Imt Cdl. Many of you, a large number of you, have decided to make a career in business and management. What does it mean? As well as the specific subject knowledge that you gain from studying, you also develop, I repeat, gaining specific subject knowledge. In addition, you also develop many transferable and work related skills that are highly valued by the employers. You may not realize it, but you get it by being a student at Imt Cdl, by reading our learning material, by attending our online learning sessions, and by interacting among peer groups and among other student community. You develop several transferable and work related skills which are highly valued by employers and which increase your employability. Let me list some of these skills that you acquire at Imt Cdl as a metadata acquisition during the course of your doing Imt Cdl regular programs. For business and management students, I become specific for business and management students. The skills you acquire at Imt Cdl include: 1. The ability to understand key business functions. Ability to understand key business functions such as, say, marketing, human resources, information management, even accounting, and in several cases finance and operations. So you develop key business functions. These are key business functions. You also put together, you are able to, and this is another very interesting skill that you acquire without your consciously knowing that you have acquired this skill. You put together reasoned arguments and you start questioning assumptions, which is such an important skill for anybody who is in the management profession. Reasoned arguments and questioning assumptions. That is a very important skill. Another skill that you develop is drawing together, analyzing, and critically evaluating information. This critical evaluation of information is a very important and a very significant skill that you get by being a student at Imt Cdl. In addition, you understand the nature of leadership skills and behaviors within organizations by being a student at Imt Cdl, studying our learning material, interacting with our faculty in the OLS sessions, interacting among the student community. You gradually begin to understand the nature of leadership skills. Some of you naturally acquire these leadership skills. Some of you get these leadership skills by being a student at Imt Cdl. and you begin to learn about the behaviors with organizations. And a very significant skill that you develop at Imt Cdl is communication, effective communication with others. You do not know. You develop a communication among the student community. You develop a communication with the faculty. You develop a communication even when you are studying the learning material. Our learning material is very specially designed to give you the facility of developing communication skills. Our learning material is, in fact, a teacher ingrained study material. The teacher is injected in the study material. So, when you read the study material, you develop a communication skill. You develop the skill to use information and communication technology in several of our courses. There is a specific course dedicated to the information and communication technology methods. You begin to identify and present information in cogent and logical manners. This is another skill that you develop by being a student at Imt Cdl. And above all, you begin to manage time. You begin to manage time and you take on responsibility for your own development. This is a very significant skill, which I think is an outcome of being a student at Imt Cdl. Many of you will now realize, after listening to me, that management of time and taking on responsibility for self-development, for own development, because ultimately you have to be a master of your own actions and your own decisions. Open and distance learning injects this very valuable skill among the learners, and Imt Cdl learning material has been very carefully and very specially designed to give you this very special skill. So, this is a bonus that you get by being a student at Imt Cdl. A qualification in business and management can lead to different kinds of careers. You are already familiar with it, but even at the risk of being repetitive, I read for you all the career possibilities. Middle and senior management positions across all sectors. I don't want to be specific, across all sectors. Middle and senior management positions open to you when you pass out from Imt Cdl. You get into advertising and marketing, accountancy, yes, human resources. You are familiar that there are specific courses that develop in you the talent of human resource management. Even banking, including investment banking. In fact, we are developing a special course for investment banking, and in a very small time from now, short time from now, we will be able to offer you this investment banking course. Sales and retail marketing is one of our specialities. Management consultancy, even business journalism, and through operations and logistics, etc., you develop the course, you develop the skill of transport and logistics. There are career opportunities in transport and logistics. So, these are multiple areas which offer you career opportunities when you become a student at Imt Cdl. Who are your employers? High academic standards ensure that Imt Cdl qualifications are recognized and valued by professional organizations and employers. However, we advise you to research your career choices thoroughly and as early as possible, particularly in relation to experience requirements, differences that relate to where you live, because there are different circumstances in which you are located, or where choice of courses may affect future opportunities. And on the basis of this careful analysis and this additional information about international recognition of distance learning qualifications, you develop special courses for yourself. You make choices of these elective courses and special courses for yourself. So, it should not be a random choice. It should not be something that is imposed on you. It should be something that you have carefully chosen. Interactive career planning resources are available on the Imt Cdl alumni portal. If you access alumni portal, you will get some information about interactive career planning. There are resources listed there. Our website helps you consider your options before, during and after your studies. So, it is not a one-time interaction with us. Even after you have completed your courses, our career possibilities, opportunities, career planning advices are available to you through our alumni portal. Although much of our online occupational information is India focused, a range of international online resources are also available to assist you in career research and planning. Therefore, it is important that you take care of that. As a registered distance learning student, you will be eligible for full academic services that we provide. We provide you advice, we provide you guidance, and we also provide you access to our online repository, which is fast developing into a very significant resource, academic resource available for all kinds of people who are associated with Imt Cdl. Working and studying together shows the ambition and strong work ethics of Imt Cdl students. You study together, we work together. It is not an individual faculty centric work at Imt Cdl. We are a collective, we are a cooperative. All the faculty sit together, they decide about the courses, they decide about the mechanism of delivering these courses, they decide about the creation of special learning materials for you. These are collective decisions. Everyone contributes for everybody else. This is a very special feature of Imt Cdl, which you will not get elsewhere. So, you must take advantage of this collectivity. That is why we say we work and study together, and this shows the ambition and strong work ethic of Imt Cdl. Imt Cdl is not an ordinary institution. We have a drive to improve ourselves and yourselves. Every faculty has this mission to improve oneself and the learner community which is attached with the faculty. And we manage the demands of work and home very carefully, so that our competency is not compromised. So, competency is at the core of our work ethic. As a learner, return to academia may be another interesting aspect. Sometimes people study with the Imt Cdl to plug a knowledge gap, specific courses, perhaps having missed the traditional academic path earlier in life. Therefore, that is another possibility and opportunity available to you. You all are our precious learning resource and learning community, and you are the living proof that Imt Cdl is sufficiently flexible to fit around your life. I need not dilate on this issue any further, but you are the proof. As a learner community, you are the proof that we are sufficiently flexible to fit around the requirements of your life. As a learner, you can even pursue an interest. There are many people who study with us to improve their current career or transform their career, but there are an entirely other community that chooses to study with us to pursue an interest, and maybe in some cases the sheer joy of learning. Learning is a lifelong opportunity which is not available in brick and mortar institutes. This lifelong opportunity is available only at open and distance learning institutions, and Imt Cdl is especially gifted in providing you with lifelong learning. So, lifelong learning opportunities are available with us. That is a hallmark feature of Imt Cdl. I recreate for you the experience of a student whose name was Anubha Dave. She always wanted to do a management diploma, but a young family traveling the world with her husband's work, he was a US based executive, and being a passionate fashion designer, all got in the way. After a false start at a bricks and mortar institute, she finally gained an Imt Cdl qualification and specialized in HR, and today holds a very significant position in a US organization. That is the advantage of being a student at Imt Cdl. some of our high flying students like to aim particularly high. They study with us because they know that Imtcdl qualification has impact and influence. In short, our qualifications can help them to realize their dreams. I switch over to the next segment of this presentation. I will now talk about some of the distinguishing features that make Imtcdl a unique proposition. As a learner, you must know what are these unique propositions. First of all, I should have discussed this at the beginning, but I decided not to do that because I wanted to tell you all the multiple possibilities that exist at Imtcdl. And since you are a learner community, you constitute the learner community at Imtcdl, what are those possibilities? Now I come to the distinctive features of Imtcdl. Distance learning. Distance learning, you are already familiar with the concept of distance learning. As the name suggests, it is all about learning from a distance. Sometimes this form of learning is also referred to as e-learning or online learning. So, online learning, e-learning, distance learning, all of these terms are being used in my presentation interchangeably. In practice, it involves studying away from your academic institution. You are not physically present at the academic institution, not in the physical premises of Imtcdl. Usually, you study distance learning courses from the comfort of your home, or maybe at the leisure time that you get in your office. There is a distinct flexibility, therefore, ingrained in the distance learning courses, and that is what makes it popular, an appealing option. You can study at your own pace. That is very important. You can study at your own pace, fitting your studies around your life cycle, your lifestyle. It is not necessary that you come for a class specifically at 9 o'clock in the morning, and if you miss out on that, you miss out on a great opportunity of learning at the classroom situation. Here, your learning, your studies are organized around your lifestyle. So, maybe you learn at the night time, maybe you learn in the evening, maybe you learn very early in the morning, or maybe during the lunch time. You spare about 40 minutes from your busy lunch schedule, and you spend those 40 minutes in doing the learning. That is why we say learning in the distance learning mode is at your doorstep. For busy people, this form of learning is an ideal alternative to being physically on campus at a brick institute. Think of being off campus as the new on campus. That is the slogan that we promote. Off campus is actually on campus, and that is the advantage of being a distance learner. Think of the Imtcdl as the institute that travels to you. You don't have to travel to Imtcdl. Now, why distance learn? Is it a normal, natural question in your mind? Many of you will be hankering to ask me this question. Why distance learn? What is so special about it? Except for the fact that it fits into your lifestyle. So, are time constraints, geographical constraints the only reason for distance learn? No, there are other reasons. Every day we hear lots of reasons why potential students are considering distance learning with us, and I list some of these reasons for you. I have a family to raise and want to find a way of studying that fits around my family life. Secondly, I have always wanted to study management, but I don't wish to study full time, because for full time management studies, I have to be at a brick and mortar institute at a specified times. I experienced certain circumstances in my life because of which I had to give up my studies at a regular institute. Now I would like to return to academia. But return to academia while I work. I do not want to give up my work, yet I want to return to academia. A good logic for being a distance learner. You have a family to raise and you want to learn, it's a good logic for being a distance learner. You want to pursue a specified course or a specified area of interest. It's a fairly good logic for being a distance learner. I would like to improve and transform my career, but all of this I want to do while I learn. It's a very strong logic for being a distance learner. In all these cases and more, online learning with its inherent flexibility, when I say online learning, it is distance learning, it is e-learning, with its inherent flexibility is the ideal solution. And when this is the ideal solution, Imt Cdl is the ideal institute that provides it. Why Imt Cdl is an ideal institute? I provide you with the logic. I try to convince you. Distance learning is what we do, and it is what we have been doing for more than 40 years. But it is not only our decades of experience that make us experts. There are other reasons why people choose to study with us. Foremost, we take your education seriously. In other words, at Imt Cdl, the mission is not teaching, the mission is learning. So all of our efforts, OLS, distance learning, study material, the use of technology, all the multiple ways of assessing you, even examining you, they are all geared at taking your education seriously. Postgraduate diploma is equal in academia standard to a degree from any other standalone institution. We are a student-centric, learner-centric institute. We are not a teacher-centric institute. We are in fact not a teaching-centric institute. We are a learning-centric institute. Therefore, we say that we care about our students. And we care about the students unlike any other institute. You must have realized, I am not suggesting that there are no problems, that there are no issues. But when we care, these issues and these problems are natural to come. It will be a case if we do not address your issues and problems. There are several logistical adjustments that we continuously make in our working style and in our working doctrine. Unlike a brick and mortar institute, our schedules are flexible. Our teaching schedules are suited, are so organized that they suit your lifestyle. We generally hold our sessions at a time when it is convenient for you to attend to our online learning sessions. We do that. We are very careful about it. We do not ignore that. We do not ignore your circumstances. We do not ignore your situation. And our method works. We offer a method of learning that is unique to us, and it is uniquely successful. At the end of your semester or at the end of your course, you will realize how successful our strategy has been. We want to think of it as the secret of our success and as the secret of your success as a student at Imt Cdl. We believe our track record makes us the most trusted online learning provider by quite some distance. I need not deliberate much on it. As a student, you realize strongly why is it so important to being a student at Imt Cdl. After all, with us you have the best of all possible worlds. The course you want, the flexibility you need, and all the personal support that is necessary for you to succeed as a student. Another important feature of our learning strategy is supported learning. We call it supported learning. At the Imt Cdl, we make a personalized approach. We follow a personalized approach to online learning. Every single student is addressed personally. This is not possible in a brick and mortar institute. It is possible. All your queries, you address your queries as an individual student, and every single query and every single question and every single curiosity of our learner is equally important to us. So, no one among the entire learning community of thousands of our students is less important. Everyone is equally important. Perhaps now you will realize how much work does it entail at the end at Imt Cdl. How many of our staff, how many of our faculty, how many of our support staff are engaged in addressing issues and concerns and questions that arise, that emanate from our learners all the time. Every single learner is an important commodity with us, and we deal with every single learner as the most important learner. This is a very, very special feature of Imt Cdl. And you will realize that the entire staff, the entire faculty, the entire mechanism of printing, of preparation of our learning material, the technology mission, information and technology staff, the OLS sessions, organization of OLS sessions, all of this can work only when it is a well-oiled machine, which it is at Imt Cdl, I especially emphasize, we work like a well-oiled machine. Throughout your chosen courses, you will study in your own time, either at home or wherever it suits you. It's a very important feature, very, very important feature. You study at your home, you study wherever it suits you. You may be reading, you may be watching or listening to study material and online sessions, working on set activities and writing assignments at your convenience, not at the convenience of the physical location, which brick and mortar institutes always insist. Because of this inherent flexibility and accessibility, we refer to our approach as open. You may be wondering, why do I call it open and distance learning? I have not deliberated on the word open. I have deliberated on the word distance learning. I have given you all the distinctive features of distance learning. I have provided you with all the special features of distance learning that we have developed at Imt Cdl after a lot of research and after gaining a lot of experience with our learners over the last 40 years, having dealt with thousands of learners every year, such a diversity, such a variety. I have already enunciated the diversity principle, the respect that we have for the diversity of our learning community. After gaining all that experience, all that is so significant in the making of Imt Cdl, we have arrived at a template of inherent flexibility and inherent accessibility, and this flexibility and accessibility is called as open learning. That is why we are an open and distance learning institute. From day one and throughout your studies, you will have the support of our designated faculty, designated staff, and of course your classmates. Senior faculty members are available to you, and the wider Imt Cdl student community is also available to you, all of whom you will be able to connect within a range of ways. This connectivity is another very special feature of Imt Cdl. You have experienced all this. Maybe nobody has spoken about it in such a candid and open manner as I am doing it today. Because I want you to understand the significance of being a student at Imt Cdl, the whys and hows of being a student at Imt Cdl. You must realize why is it so important, why it is so significant being a student at Imt Cdl. What is that special, very unique that we offer at Imt Cdl? Methods that we adopt are unique methods of distance learning. We call it open and distance learning because it works uniquely with you. With us, you have the best of all possible worlds. What are these worlds? The course you want, the flexibility you need, and the personal support necessary to succeed. What is the value you deserve? I would say it's all about investing in your life. By being a student at Imt Cdl, you are investing in your life. On a practical level, all course materials are included in the cost of your fees. And because you have the flexibility to carry on working while you study with us, you can earn while you learn. The Imt Cdl represents value in other ways also. For example, we can work out to be much more affordable than an education with a brick institute. I need not say anything about it. You realize the fee structure and you realize you know the fee structure of brick and mortar institutes. You also know the quality that is provided at brick and mortar institute. And you are also, because you are a learner at Imt Cdl, you know the quality that is provided at Imt Cdl. The kind of learning material that we provide you all the time. The kind of OLS sessions that we provide you all the time. So now you know, and you can draw a balance between the fee that you pay at Imt Cdl and the value that you get out of it. I need not say much about it. There is a bigger picture. After passing out from Imt Cdl, you have a larger reward in life to reap. Do not discount that from the value that you get at Imt Cdl. Consider an Imt Cdl education as an investment. It is an investment. An Imt Cdl qualification is an investment. It is an investment in your future. It is a qualification you will have and be proud to have for the rest of your life, I can assure. Flexibility. I have already talked about flexibility. Let me dilate on the features of flexibility that you get at Imt Cdl. Studying with the Imt Cdl, you don't have to get up at 9 o'clock in the morning. You work according to your specific schedule. You study with us from most places in the world. Some of you are in the office, some of you are in the comfort of your home, some of you are even traveling, because our learning material and our courses and our OLS sessions are also available on your mobile. Even when you are traveling, we are accessible to you. Our courses, our sessions are accessible to you. That is why we say learning at Imt Cdl is available at most places in the world. Wherever you are, you can access us. The only condition is that you must have a broadband internet connection, which is not such a rare facility in the modern age of technology today. And you must also have a device which utilizes this broadband connectivity. In recent years, we have taken flexibility to a new level by combining our experience of distance learning with the very latest technology. In fact, although we first opened our doors to the world over 40 years ago, it seems as though the rest of the world is only just starting to catch up with us. Our technology, you know our technology is so advanced. Our LMS, our SIS and the OLS methods are technologically superior than many brick and mortar institutes and many other ODL institutes. From downloading course materials on your mobile phone to drafting assignments on your iPad, our studies are more portable, accessible and flexible than ever before. Don't just take our word for it. Read the success stories of our graduates and read how current students are engaging with digital technology. Imt Cdl is a vibrant, multifaceted organization, and you can learn in lots of different ways. It is interactive, it is dynamic, and it is very modern. The learning is very modern at Imt Cdl, which is why I would recommend it as the best choice for people who have commitments, who have an urge for study, and who want to suit their learning to their current lifestyle. Now I shift to quality, because there is one question that bothers everybody. I shift to quality and I make a statement. We nurse and cherish, we practice and keep at the center stage of all our academic activities quality. quality is at the center stage of all our academic activities. This is an institute striving for excellence because there is a huge concern on producing high quality materials and in supporting student learning throughout the process. The Imt Cdl is a quality choice at several levels. We legitimately pride ourselves on the quality of our academic instructions and teaching. Our scholarship and students come first. This institute is subject to the same quality assurance procedures as any other academic institute in the country and uses Imt Cdl. I insist Imt Cdl uses assessors and examiners which are all external, so that we ensure quality standards. We are consistently rated high in teaching assessments, and that is a unique feature. The quality of our student experience and the award that you get at the end of your courses and programs is a fair justification for the quality assurances that we have adopted at Imt Cdl. Everything we do is grounded in the ODL research. We are known for innovative and inclusive approaches. And this inclusive and innovative approach is grounded in the modern technology which we have adopted and which we are improving continuously at Imt Cdl. We provide excellent training and development opportunities, not only to our learners, but also to our faculty and other ODL researchers at all stages of their career. We want them to excel in their professional areas. We want our faculty also to excel in their professional areas. And many of our faculties have received recognition as quality faculty, quality academic entrepreneurs in different fields in which they have been working. Imt Cdl research in the development of instructional methodology is assessed as world class. I call it excellent. I self-pat myself, I pat myself on the back for providing you with quality learning material. As an Imt Cdl student, you are taught through a range of printed study materials and online resources, and all of these ensure the highest quality. Did you know that 3/4 of traditional universities of India today use ODL learning material? That is the benchmark at which ODL study material is placed. Quickly, a few words on our learning materials. The books and the things that the students receive are the tip of the iceberg. That is just a small amount. What is behind that is the infrastructure and the whole resources of the Imt Cdl in the support of the students. Our teaching materials are developed by leading academics, which the support of these leading academics we enlist from a variety of management institutions from all over the country. We also enlist the support of industry experts, and all of these are utilized in preparing and creating the study material that we deliver to you. Therefore, our study material is uniquely prepared, and it is quality study material, and it matches the highest standards of open and distance learning study material anywhere in not only in the country, anywhere in the world. We are committed to giving learners what they need, and we continuously adopt and evolve our courses to suit new types of learning. If you have a look at the regularity at which we continuously update our courses, we change our courses, we modify our courses, we introduce new courses, we introduce new titles, you will appreciate that this is an ongoing process. Therefore, I legitimately take pride in the learning material that we have prepared, and these are not ordinary learning materials. They are specially prepared learning materials, and this learning material is the hallmark of Imt Cdl. probably the unique selling point is the actual material itself. The teaching that you get from the materials is the biggest supportive mechanism that you will ever get. Those who are using the learning material will appreciate the quality of this learning material. No one understands the people. No one understands Imtcdl better than our learners, and therefore I call upon you to appreciate the effort that has gone into the making of our learning material and the quality of learning material that is continually supplied to you in all the courses that you have chosen. We have long been recognized for the value of this learning material. We teach through our own unique method of distance learning, which we call open supported learning. Because you will be learning remotely, the quality of the study material we send to you is the key. We also get a lot of industry value. Studying with the Imtcdl is about setting yourself a challenge and succeeding. And our students often study while working and therefore demonstrate. Please appreciate, when you are studying while working, what do you demonstrate? You demonstrate initiative, which is not very easy to find among brick and mortar institutes, where students generally do not work because they cannot work. The timings are such that they cannot work. So, do you realize that as a learner, when you are also working and studying, if the two things are going together, what is the quality that you have engendered in you? The quality is initiative, and the quality of flexibility, which is so important in your day-to-day life. You develop initiative, you develop flexibility, you develop perseverance. As a learner at Imtcdl, I need not say, many of you have developed perseverance. It is not easy to follow distance learning method without the support of a regular teacher. Therefore, you have to have perseverance, which all of you have, developed at Imtcdl. So, this perseverance and self-motivation is a bonus quality that you have developed by being a learner at Imtcdl in the distance learning mode. Commitment. If I list them on fingertips, commitment, self-motivation, perseverance, flexibility and initiative are some of the wonderful qualities that you have developed in the form of a bonus gain out of being a student in the distance learning mode at Imtcdl. There are other qualities too. I am listing these qualities. When you go back home, you will appreciate, when I shut down, you will appreciate that you have developed all these qualities. You will start valuing yourself more preciously than you have done ever before. What are the other qualities? Proficiency, planning, organization, and above all, time management. We enable you to juggle your studies with your busy schedule, with your busy life. All of this is a gain by being a distance learner, at Imtcdl. All of these skills and experience, you know, you are in the management profession, all of these skills and experience are valued by employers, which is why an Imtcdl qualification is respected by employers. In the last segment, I will talk to you about managing your study time. As a learner, how do you do that? Studying with the Imtcdl is designed to be flexible. So, if you want to vary the amount of time you spend studying from year to year, or even take a break for a while, you can do that. The schedules are not so tight. You have to manage your study time according to your own specific circumstances and situations. That said, our courses remain equal in academic rigor and in volume. So, those of you who are working at Imtcdl need not feel embarrassed in not being a full-time student, because the quality and the academic rigor and the standards are at par with the full-time students. In addition to that, you have developed all these very special qualities which probably full-time students find hard to develop in the course of their studies. That means you will have to make time to study, to research and write assignments. In managing your study time, you will have to attend to online lectures. You will have to attend to seminars and tutorials and do all the work necessary to pass your examinations. In other words, time management will be absolutely vital to your success. And how do you do this time management? Planning. Planning is key. You should begin to record the hours studied and a scheduled plan each week, if not a week, every fortnight. That is how you plan your studies. And at the end, compare what you have achieved against this plan. Make suitable adjustments. I repeat, plan your studies. Start managing your time. Do not squander your time, managing your time. You are a management learner. Therefore, start managing your time. How do you manage your time? Plan your time. Do this planning for a fortnight. And at the end of the fortnight, do a comprehensive study of the work that you have done during the fortnight. If you find some adjustments necessary to be made in your plan, make those adjustments for the next fortnight. And after the next fortnight, do one more comprehensive study of how you have organized your time during that fortnight. Maybe in a month's time, after 2 or 3 fortnights, you will discover the flexibility and time management skills, and it will be such a valuable asset as a learner. You will start enjoying your learning. Actually, enjoying your learning in the distance learning institute is a very, very vital component. And I insist, it should not be a rigor on you. Start enjoying your learning, because this learning can be done again and again. Your textbook, your study material can be seen by you 10, 15, 20 times, paragraph wise, section wise, subsection wise. That is why it has been so specially created, so that your attention span is not dilated or spent unnecessarily in reading 10 pages at a time. So, start enjoying your learning. And since you have managed your time and you have planned your time, you will very soon discover that it is a motivation to be a distance learner institute. It is no rigor. It is no burden on your head to be a distance learner institute, to be a distance learner at Imt Cdl. You will soon discover the joy of learning. Distance learning is the joy of learning. And this joy of learning is the greatest reward that you derive from the Imt Cdl. Finally, I talk to you about 3 distinctive features that make Imt Cdl learning very, very enjoyable. 1, you develop language skills. Most unknowingly, if you do a fair and honest assessment, you will discover that at the end of the first semester, your language skills were upgraded by about 3 points on a scale of 10. At the end of the second semester, you were at the midway point on a scale of 10. And by the time you are in the third semester, you will discover that on a scale of 10, your language skills are somewhere in the range of 8 to 9. You have made no special effort. You have only enjoyed learning. You have enjoyed listening to OLS sessions. You have enjoyed reading the study material that was supplied to you. No special effort, no extra time spent in gaining specific language skills. Language skills come to you automatically. This is one bonus gain that you get by being a student at Imt Cdl. The other bonus gain is you become practical. These practicalities come to you by being a student at Imt Cdl, by being a distance learner at Imt Cdl. It's very important. What are the practicalities? You carefully, now you have organized your computer. Now you have organized your broadband in a reliable manner, because you have to access our study material, you have to access the OLS sessions. These are the practicalities that you have developed as a student, as a learner at Imt Cdl. You have gained a working knowledge, competency of English language. You have developed a sense of commitment. For most Imt Cdl modules, you will be expected to spend at least a few sessions a week working on computer based activities. This is commitment. So you developed commitment. And finally, Imt Cdl is an online learning institution. You won't study on campus. Only you be with us in this cyber world, and together we will exploit the possibilities available in this cyber world. Collectively, the faculty and the learner community will work towards enhancing the reputation of both the learner and the faculty. I conclude at this point. I wish all of you great learning opportunities and great learning success, and I invite comments and observations in the remaining half an hour that is available to you, which the organizers have called as the interactive session. Thank you so much for being patient with my listening. Thank you.